I'm Kenny, and I'm from New York City. I play Hank. Hank is the youngest of 3 brothers, and he is wayward and slightly ambitious, yet not at all, and just kind of like the song Carry On My Wayward Son is probably about Hank. I think, and I've always thought this about shows, is the more specific a show is, the more relatable it is. It is taken from the playwright Preston's fictional life, some real, some fake, and it is so specific to his experiences with his mom and the emotions with his dad and his brother and who he is, that it's so relatable. It has something for everyone. I think brothers, mothers, I heard someone say that they related it so much because they're also a substitute teacher. So, I think there's something in it kind of for everyone. You see a part of yourself. So, essentially, I was sitting on my couch in New York City. I get a text from my friend / old director, Brian, who directed this show, and it says, "Hey, what are the odds you can fly out to Sacramento tomorrow and start tech on the show?" Tech being the 3 days leading up to when the show opens. It seems another actor had to drop out, and they needed someone to save the show or cover the role. So I flew out, and that's how I met B Street. Very fast, very crazy. It all began when I was given the role of Guard 3 in Aladdin Jr. in 6th grade. The role does not exist. So it was written in, because everyone needs a chance to be in the show. And from there, I fell in love with music and acting and the wild applause of the audience. And that's, I guess, how I fell in love with acting. I think for a long time I wasn't sure if I actually liked it or if it was maybe the only thing I might be decent at. But from then on I majored in musical theater and became a professional actor, I guess. Probably my favorite musical I've ever seen is Waitress, which is a musical written by Sarah Bareilles. It would actually be wonderful at B Street if y'all did musicals on this main stage, but it's a small cast, incredible music, and the story is so genuine and real. I love it. I just love it. Y'all should do it. Debauchery with heart.
I play Leo, the middleest brother. Leo is an artist. He, among all the brothers, is the least interested in meeting their father, and he has a lot of angst and feels a little overwhelmed. I think it's just a fun, fast ride. People, actors and audiences in general, I think also get really excited about quick 90-minute no intermission in and outs. It's a show that just moves, and you kind of have to make sure you're keeping up, but I think that makes it feel exciting, and it's fun. I ended up here at B Street. I guess originally I worked with Preston and Brian in Chicago to workshop the script in 2018, I think it was, at Silk Road Rising. And Preston's popping all over Chicago right now, but I kind of hadn't heard much about this script until Lindsay reached out in February, I think, and said, "Hey, we're casting." And so I said, "Hey, tape," and here we are. I kind of found the theater department in high school and found my people and then never really looked back. I actually found out after I had started doing theater in school that both my dad and my uncle were both actors in school, and my uncle was a professional for a while. But it was a fun little nature versus nurture thing there because I didn't actually know until I found it myself. But you know, I grew up around my dad and my uncle, obviously, so it was in me. There's just so many. I love classical works in heightened language. It's kind of where I got my first start professionally, but there's just so many good playwrights working these right now, making the new canon. Anything by Lauren Yee, anything by Queen Nguyen. Right now, a friend of mine, Lavina Jadwani, just started. She's a director and has started writing now and is doing incredible work. So I can pick one if you really need me to, but all those. Funny family strife.
Nailed it.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Nunziato, and I am a proud founding member of the Street Theater, and I'm currently appearing in Great Migration. I love it. And it's an awesome mom show. Anyone who's been with the theater for a long time knows that I'm a mom girl. My mom used to come to the shows a minimum of 9 times, 10 times. She could get up to 15 times in the course of a run. So I love moms. I love the moms shows. Come and see A Great Migration. It's a wonderful cast and we really love the play. Mwah and mwah to Buck Westfield. Not really, it's a secret. I'm Elizabeth Nunziato. I have been dying to get back on stage and see the best audience in the whole world with the street theater lovers. I'm also an audience member because this is the home of all my favorite actors. But I'm lucky enough to be in this one, so please come and see A Great Migration and help me celebrate the end of the pandemic and welcome theater back. We love you, we love you, we love you.
Hi, my name is Daniel Sakamoto Wangel and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I play Alan, the oldest brother. Alan is a teacher, an international English teacher, and he's going to be going over to South Korea very soon, but without spoiling too much, there's something that kind of gets in the way of that, and he needs his brothers to help him out. Oh, it's a great show. It's a story that everybody can relate to, but it's also a new story at the same time. It's very fresh. It's told in a really cool way. The style and the structure of the show is very different from your average theater performance, and it's just very exciting to be part of it. Well, I actually did a 2019 reading of this play, and Brian, our director, directed it then. It was in Atlanta for the National Youth Play Network conference, and Lindsay came out and saw that. She's the artistic director now. And then a few years later, after some of the pandemic blew over a little bit, theaters started opening up, I received an email out of the blue from Lindsay asking me if I'd like to audition. That Brian threw my hat in the ring. So yeah, and then I auditioned and here I am. The person who definitely was my most direct inspiration was my older brother. Me playing the older brother, I definitely am channeling a lot of my older brother in this. He started acting and I would go and watch him, and that gave me the courage and the confidence to be like, I can do this too. And so it's because of him that I'm here today. say, my favorite play is Fences by August Wilson. I just love his writing. It's supernatural. It is so much about the American experience. It is so much about issues we are still grappling with today. And the dialogue is phenomenal. And I got to see Denzel Washington in that on Broadway, and I could not stop crying. It was so incredible. We all stood up, standing ovation. I was crying, couldn't stop. We left the theater, I was still crying. So that's one of the reasons why it's my favorite play. The show is refreshing, validating, heartwarming, and fun. And I know I said 4 words, but this show is really that good. It doesn't deserve just 3 words. It deserves more.
And I just want to say happy Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month.
Hi, I'm Peter Story. I'm originally from Oklahoma. I play a character called Documentary Narrator. So I have a very interesting role, I think, in the play because normally a narrator is just listed as the narrator or narrator, but I am documentary narrator, and I think that speaks to how this is a little different than your average narrator role. I'm more like a narrator of a documentary film, which means I'm probably going to have a little bit more bias or a little bit more attitude or emotional investment in the subject that I'm talking about. And it's fun because as I go throughout the play, I'm not only telling the audience the events and the places and the times, but I'm also sharing a little bit of attitude about what I feel is going on with the family. I think A Great Migration is appealing to a lot of people because it covers a lot of universal topics. And these are single-parent households. These are mixed-race families. These are the struggles of just families and surviving as a family in general. I think most families came from a family of struggle, and to see other people go through that, I think, not only brings us together, but gives us a chance to be introspective about our own lives. And on top of that, it's wildly funny. And I think it has all the elements that B Street patrons love. It has heart, and it has a lot of great humor. I started as an intern in 2000. Timothy Busfield found me out of a huge casting call, and I started out as an intern in 2000. And I've been with the theater for 22 years, done many shows ever since we were a tin shack nestled between a baseball field and a railroad. Wow. Well, an injury, I would say, inspired me. I was a big baseball player, and I had a horrible injury where I had to relearn how to walk again. And during that time, I saw an advertisement to be in a school play, and I didn't have much to do, and I knew I enjoyed doing skits and stuff, so I gave it a shot. And I got bit by the My favorite play? I would probably have to say it's probably going to be a Shakespeare. One of my favorite plays is mentioned. In 3 words, magical, compelling family.